Arizona State baseball takes down rival Arizona 15-6 on Saturday night to claim the Territorial Cup Series. For Devils Digest TV, I'm Dominic Pasella, and here at High Corbett Field, you could tell things are pretty quiet right now. All the fans are gone, but even when fans were here, it still sounded a little tame, mainly because U of A was playing in the men's Final Four, and fans' attention was a little diverted. You see a lot of fans were watching the game on their phones, constantly checking the score, kind of distracted them from the game ahead of them as ASU was taking on U of A. Not the passion that you'd expect for a rivalry game, especially a rubber match, but U of A would go on to lose the men's basketball game to Michigan and then lose the baseball game to ASU, and the U of A fans went home disappointed, but ASU fans took over the crowd, starting ASU chants, starting MVP chants when Landon Hairston was up to the plate, and then he would deliver with a home run in this game. And now going back to Thursday night, Taylor Penn would get his first start for ASU. Looks pretty solid, only giving up 2 runs through 4 innings. ASU wins that game pretty handedly, 6-4, but on Saturday, things kind of turned on their head. Cole Carlone with an outstanding start. 12 strikeouts, a career high, 103 pitches, a career high, going 6 innings with a shutout. But then in the 7th inning, Finn Edwards, Sean Fitzpatrick, and Colby Guy would combine for 7 runs just in that frame alone, and U of A would take the game 7-4. ASU went 1 for 10 and with runners in scoring position in that game. Just not their best work, and Willie Bloomquist said after he was disappointed with runners in scoring position. He felt like the team didn't have the killer mentality to close it, blowing a lead like that. And then you go to Saturday's game, and again, this team just looks totally different. A lot of flip-flopping, and ASU would take a lead early and not give it up, leading to 15 total runs, including runs in the 9th inning, showing that killer mentality. This team really wanted to close the door, especially on their rivals, and Matt Polk got his first start since March 22nd. That's a guy that Willie Bloomquist wanted to get involved with the lineup more and finally found room today, getting him in right field, moving Dean Toigo to center field, and Polk would go 4 for 5, had an explosive day just when they needed him to, as well as Dominic Smaldino also going 4 for 5. And Landon Hairston had a home run, but only went 1 for 6 on the day. You know, you need other people to step up when it's mainly been the Landon Hairston show as of late. He's a favorite for Big 12 Player of the Year, but had some other guys step up into bigger roles, and that's what really elevated that Saturday game and helped ASU take the series. Now, it seemed like this series was a pretty must-win after a series loss to West Virginia last week. A lot of fans were questioning what this ASU team is going to look like, especially after a strong early season start, but it seems like ASU's pretty comfortable. Obviously, a lot of flaws to get through, runners in scoring position, 10 for 20 tonight, but has been a flaw all season long, and even going back to last season, hasn't always been ASU's strong suit. So looking to iron out those flaws, especially with series going ahead. Grand Canyon and UNLV, both midweeks this week. Willie talked about the importance of those midweeks, locking in, staying focused, and that's what this team is trying to do. Now, the Territorial Cup Series, obviously a very strong series, means a lot to ASU, means a lot to Willie Bloomquist, who had an exchange of words over with Arizona head coach Chip Hale after the game, apparently about a bunt that ASU executed in the 9th inning, trying to tack on more runs. Willie Bloomquist said that it was for safety. You know, ASU gave up a 4-run lead on Friday night, wasn't trying to have that happen again. Chip Hale was displeased. Each man had their own opinion. Willie Bloomquist said there's still respect on both sides, but the rivalry is real. Matt Polk, he spent 4 years at Vanderbilt before coming to ASU, and upon coming here, even though that Vanderbilt and Tennessee have a historic college baseball rivalry, he embraces the ASU-Arizona Territorial Cup rivalry. He's all in. He said if Willie Bloomquist wants U of A on a platter, it's his job to give U of A on a platter, and I think that speaks a lot to this ASU program going forward. That's all from High Corbett Field here in Tucson. I'm Dominic Pasella with Devils Digest TV, and thank you to our sponsors at Burrito Express and Santan Ford.